Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 5, The Yoga of Renunciation. The battlefield remained still, suspended in a moment that felt both heavy and quietly unfolding. Arjuna stood in his chariot, listening, absorbing all that Krishna had shared. He had heard of action without attachment. He had heard of knowledge guiding action. And yet, a question still lingered within him. He turned to Krishna once more. You speak of renouncing action and also acting with awareness. Which path is truly better? Should I withdraw or should I act? Krishna looked at him with calm clarity. Both paths lead to freedom, he said gently. But the path of action, done without attachment, is the easier path to follow. Arjuna listened closely. To renounce action outwardly, while the mind remains active, attached, and restless, is not true renunciation. A soft breeze moved across the field. True renunciation is not about stepping away from life. It is about releasing attachment, even while fully engaged in action. Arjuna felt the simplicity of this and the depth. Krishna continued, one who acts without attachment, who offers all actions without clinging, is untouched by the results. Just as a lotus rests on the water, yet remains untouched by it, so too one who acts without attachment remains free. The image settled gently in Arjuna's mind. Krishna's voice remained steady. The wise see clearly. They understand that actions are carried out by the body, by the senses, by nature itself. But the self remains untouched. Arjuna listened, more still now. They do not think, I am the doer. They act, but without the weight of I and mind. A quiet calm began to deepen within him. Krishna continued, when one releases attachment to outcomes, peace naturally follows. But when action is driven by desire, the mind becomes restless, caught in expectation. Arjuna recognized this within himself. Krishna's voice softened. A mind that is free from attachment rests easily. It finds peace not in outcomes, but in being. The battlefield, once overwhelming, now felt distant, quieter. Krishna went on. One who sees the same self in all beings does not divide the world into this and that. They see with equality. A wise person sees no difference between a learned teacher, a humble servant, even an animal. That same presence lives in all. Arjuna felt this truth, not just as a thought, but as something deeper. Krishna continued, when the mind is steady, when it is no longer pulled by likes and dislikes, it rests in peace. Outer circumstances no longer disturb it. A gentle stillness filled the space between them. The one who finds joy within, who rests within, who is content within, that one is truly free. Arjuna stood quietly, feeling the weight of these words dissolve into something lighter. Krishna spoke again. Pleasures that come from the senses rise and fall. They do not last. Do not depend on them. A pause. But peace that comes from within, that does not fade. Arjuna's breath slowed. Krishna continued. One who learns to quiet the restless movements of desire, who is steady, aware, present, finds freedom here and now. The air felt calm, open. Then Krishna spoke once more. So do not think you must withdraw from life to find peace. Act, but without attachment. Live, but without clinging. Let go, even as you engage. Arjuna stood in silence. The confusion that once clouded his mind was beginning to clear. Not because he had escaped the world, but because he was beginning to see it differently. Not something to cling to, but something to move through with awareness. Not something new, but something remembered. This is the yoga of renunciation.